So welcome to today's vlog. It started for me waking up in a house empty, which never ever happens. It's half term, it's difficult because I'm working still, despite having a couple of days off the other day, to watch Amy really and the boys because she was too unwell to get out of bed. She's better now. She's still not 100%, but today she decided to take him to the River Dart Country Park with a few of her friends and their children, which is an extremely daunting task, even for the both of us to do together, a task like that, for various reasons that we've gone on before and spoke about before. But they said that they would help her. I thought I was going with her. She didn't wake me up. I got in bed this morning as soon as I got home, hoped to get a few hours in before we left, and she left without me. So I woke up to a quiet house at like nearly midday, which is weird, and I've just spent the day cleaning, doing like 5 loads of washing, doing the bedding, stuff that she normally does when they're at school. So that's at least one job out the way. They're on their way back now. I think she was taking them to McDonald's to have something to eat first because, you know, they've been out for the day, so it's just normal to stop off for us anyway. If we're driving back from somewhere, normally we'll get them a treat tea, which they normally get on a Friday. So they've had that. She's there now. She just messaged me and said they're there at the moment. They shouldn't be too long. So I was just catching up with stuff really. I'll catch up with them when they get back in. I think Amy's then gonna take a much needed break away from them. So she's probably going to go to one of her friends, or maybe with one of the friends she's with, I don't know, just for a few hours probably, just to recharge a bit mentally, because taking them anywhere for 3 or 4 or 5 hours during a day is very difficult. Even though she's had help, it would have been stressful, I'm pretty sure of that. But hopefully they've had a good day and we'll catch up with them when they get back in. Hello? Did you have a nice time? You come back now? What are you doing? Did you have a nice time? Did you have a nice time with Mummy? What did you do, Math? Tell me. What did we do?
I just.
Where did you go?
I just go to the blue slide.
You went to the blue slide. Was it like a snake?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yes, and the yellow snake.
Was it wonderful?
Yes.
Was it lots of people there?
Yeah.
Was it warm?
Yeah.
Did you wear a coat?
No.
No. Did you just wear your hoodie?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you? Where else did you go on the way home?
On
the way home, where did you go for something to eat?
I just get a chocolate donut.
Did you?
Yeah.
What else did you have to eat on the way home? Did you go in to get a
McDonald's?
Did you?
Yeah.
What did you eat in McDonald's?
I just ate a big bag of French fries drink and a Happy Meal.
And a Happy Meal?
Yeah.
Was it yummy, delicious?
I got Fraser and Frankie.
What, your friends came with you?
Yes.
Oh.
They just came with me.
Was it nice, all going out together? Was it nice? Was it nice? I'll leave you alone, shall I? Okay. Hey, George! What are you doing?
I'm going to make dinner soup.
Did you have a good time, George?
Oh.
Did you have a good time?
Oh.
Okay. Okay. So, Mummy will update when she's got back. She's literally come back, told me how the days went, but I'm going to let her fill you in a little bit. It was, in her words, probably a step too far, although she said she had great help off her friends, which is amazing, because normally people can't handle the situation with regard to taking autistic twins out, but apparently one of her friends' mums worked for autistic people, so she was probably a great help. And apparently George really struggled. He's had several meltdowns during the day today, through probably mainly the fault of other people and their attitudes towards autism. So we'll talk about that when Amy gets back, but she's gone out for a coffee. She said she'll be back in a bit. I told her wait until they go to bed before she comes back, but she said she won't be very long, so who knows. But when they go to bed tonight, I'll get her to give us an update on actually how the day went, positives, negatives, things that maybe we can think about that might help situation in the future. Are you alright now?
Yeah. I'm alright.
You're okay, yeah?
Yes, I am okay.
What are you doing now? Gonna watch some tablet and have a snuggle on the sofa?
Yeah.
Yeah? What about you, George? What are you doing? Gonna do some climbing as usual up on there?
I'm climbing.
Oh no!
I just go to the other playground.
Yeah, you went to a big playground, didn't you?
I just went to the other playground.
Well done. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Was it lots of fun? Yeah. Okay. Well, like I said, we'll catch up with Mum when she gets back from hopefully a couple of hours peace and quiet, just having a coffee and regulating herself back down to some sort of normality in her mind. And we'll see what she made of the day when she gets back. But I know that she had a bit of an argument with another member of the public, which is not very nice. But it seems to happen, and it seems to be happening more frequently. Hence why we're trying to share these videos, to show people what it's like living with autism and being a family with autism, children with autism in the family, and how it's a struggle to do daily things like what most people take for granted. But anyway, we're not going to give in. We're going to keep on taking them these places regardless of other people. We're not going to hide these two boys away. We're going to give them every opportunity in life, same as every other kid has. So that's it for now, and when Mummy gets back, we're going to catch up with her.
Bye.
Look at the bags under my eyes. So, the boys are in bed. I took them to the Riverdark Country Park with some friends today, and that had to be the most exhausting day. I'm so tired. George had a meltdown because he wanted to go on the zip wire, and obviously what comes with that is, in a busy place, is waiting your turn. And we were stood there for 10 minutes and he did wait his turn, even though I had to hold him because he was kicking and screaming. And then he went over to the slides in different parts of the park and was absolutely fine, and then decided that he wanted to go back on the zip wire. And because I went with some friends and their family and stuff, they were all helping me with George because he was such a handful. And there was a woman who, well, let's just say, was so rude about it, and she was being rude to my friend, so I could see her from where I was stood, and I thought, she's saying something about George. And I went over and she just made a comment to me, and that's it. I saw red then. I've never shouted at somebody like that in public in regards to the boys ever. Normally I could do it in quite a polite, calm way, but she was so rude, I just lost it. Because you can only take so much when your child's having a meltdown, constant meltdown, and people are staring at you anyway, and then for somebody to just make a comment to you and start moaning at you that he needs to learn to wait his turn and blah blah. I just lost it. I don't even know who was around me. I'd even completely forgotten about George stood there with my friend. I was going to swing for the woman. So after that we moved on to the next bit, but that was it then. George was just in constant meltdown mode. Everybody was helping me, and they were an absolute godsend because they've all dealt with autism and everything before, so they were all a godsend. And then finally sat in my friend's daughter's pram just so I could have a bit of a breather for a minute. And then we took them to McDonald's on the way back, and that was okay. But today was one of those days, as soon as I got them back, I needed to go out and just have a break. Well, I'm mentally and physically exhausted from everything I've had to deal with today. And Matthew was running off, lost him at one point. Everybody was looking for him, and he went and hid by the water, which wasn't very funny. So yeah, hopefully the boys don't wake up at some stupid hour, because they've just been running non-stop today. I'm tired. It's only Tuesday of the half term.
But you got the job done.
But like my friend said, when we got the boys in the car, and there was 5 adults and 14 kids, and considering 5 adults and 14 kids made it home, I don't think that's too bad. But like my friend said to me, you did it. And I was like, yeah, but at what price? Because my friend's mum was laughing at me, because I was sat there saying, no wonder I'm medicated to get through life. Look at the state of me, state of my kids, everything. If I had a pound for every person that stared at me or stared at George or gave us dirty looks today, well, I wouldn't be living here, let's put it that way. So anyway, boys are in bed, Chinese is on the way, makeup's off, jammies on. Please God, be nice to me tomorrow, because if not, well, who knows, might start drinking or something. But at least tomorrow marks halfway through the week, so that's a positive. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now, because I'm tired. Okay then, bye bye.